Welcome to the final episode of Spencer Pod. I say Spencer Pod because the and Vogue bit is crossed out in the script because this is what you've all been waiting for. I have produced this episode with my pal Pete, and Vogue doesn't have a script.
I'd say you did sweet FA, and I'm going to pull you up.
I've been working on this for ages.
Bullshit.
Well, when you see the absolute quality of this episode, I've already told all of you, don't come begging for me to produce the whole thing. I simply will not do it. But here's a taster of what the pod could and will be like today. Now, we're going to kick it off with what's gone. This is officially now the Spencer Show.
Are you not saying, hi, I'm Spencer Matthews?
Well, no, it's pretty obvious. It's the Spencer Show. So you can introduce yourself, though, as my co-host today.
I am Vogue Williams. You're so annoying.
What do you mean?
Go on.
Well, I'm usually your little second fiddle in this. So
No, you are not. You've never called yourself second fiddle.
So today is the Spencer and Vogue pod. I would never strike my wife out the title. What you can hear in the background there is a delightful little French bell in the town of L'École-sur-Loup. That's how nice we are. Nice and Cannes. Been there, done that. We like the countryside.
I thought we were in Nice, though. This is like kind of Nice.
Pretty close to Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty close to Nice.
And for anyone in the UK with the weather not being great, don't worry. It's absolutely shite here. And you know what? There's a lot less to do in France when the weather's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
We were kind of like, will we go home? Like, do we just go home? What are we going to do here?
I happen to think that France is particularly beautiful in the rain.
I haven't had a proper French croissant since we've been here.
Well, that's...
Do you say croissant or croissant?
Croissant, obviously. We're going to kick off this pod with what has been stripped from the original format.
Okay.
Peak and Pit of the Week, gone.
Oh, I love them.
Couples cards, gone.
Love couples cards.
Tearjerker, finito. And couples cards again. Well done, Pete. Gone. We already said that.
I love those three things.
We're going to kick things off with a simple but fantastic game called Delish.
Okay.
And it's a quick fire round of Would You Rather. We're going to go one for one. And then essentially, whoever answers the questions quickest and with the least amount of hesitation wins. I believe you have a question for me?
Would you rather ketchup or mayo?
Mayo.
I knew you'd say mayo.
Yeah, thanks. But that was a quick answer, right? Okay, questions for Vogue. No, stop looking.
Okay.
Questions for Vogue. Live forever, but be blind, or have 10 years left to live in good health?
Live forever and be blind. I'm terrified of dying.
What?
Yeah.
You were supposed to take ages answering that. Okay, next.
Christmas or summer?
Summer. Okay, so there you go. Next, for you. Drink water from a vase that has 3-week-old flowers in it, or eat a spider's web.
Is there a spider in the spider's web?
You're asking too many questions.
No, I need to know. That changes.
Slow answer.
It changes the whole thing. Does it have a spider in it?
Time's a ticking.
Does it have
just the web? Just the web.
Just the web. I'll probably drink the flowers.
Good. Okay, we got there in the end. Very nice. My next question.
Oh, sorry. Cats or dogs?
Dogs. Okay.
No, neither. You liar.
Your next question. Your next
Okay.
question. You have to urinate out of your mouth for the rest of your life, or
You're a weirdo.
yeah, or you have your best friend urinate in your mouth every day for a week.
I just have my
It's taking a very long time.
I'd have my best friend wee in my mouth.
Okie dokie.
But I don't have to swallow it, obviously.
My next question, please.
Football or rugby?
Rugby.
Okay.
Your next question. Have constant, unsolvable BO for the rest of your life, or lose your main source of income?
Lose my main source of income. I don't want to be a stinker.
That's just nonsense.
I don't want to be smelly. I can't stand smelly people.
Wow, that's very rude to smelly people.
No, you know smelly people, some people who go to the gym and like, listen, I wear gym clothes sometimes twice. One day I'll wear them, the next day I'll wear them. Only if they're not smelly and depending on the level of sweat. Some people will go and do a spin class and then they'll go in the next day in the same clothes. And I just think it's not nice to do that to somebody. No one wants to smell your stink and I don't want to be known as the smelly girl.
And you would be, so perhaps you've chosen correctly. You have one final question for me?
Okay, too hot or too cold?
Too hot. And last one
Me
for you.
too. I hate being too cold.
Cold's
It's the worst.
dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Cold and damp.
Yeah, low. And your last one, drugs or alcohol? Kidding! Now that I'm in charge of the pod.
How many times are you going to say that? Like, wow, you've done one pod and you can't stop going on about being in charge of the pod. I don't go on about it, and I don't claim ownership.
For the millions of people that listen to this, they will know.
Whose game was that? That wasn't your... Pete came up with that.
Sorry?
I know Pete really well, by the way. He's my producer. I know exactly what you've done and exactly what
big game.
Pete's done.
Pete threw this in at the end, and I said, "Yeah, why not? This is not one of the games."
So I hope you're all enjoying Pete's pod, everybody.
This is not anything that I thought was exciting or interesting.
Pete's pod is fantastic.
You wait. We've got a game coming up. There's actual high stakes involved in this game, and I believe that you're going to be crapo at it. Okay. Right now that I'm in charge. Now that I'm in charge, are you counting the amount of times he says that? I thought that we would add a bit of class and sophistication to the pod because.
Well, then I should just leave.
Actually, there's a lot of kind of toilet humour, and I know that
poo bombs, Willies.
There you go. Yeah, that Jeff doesn't like that. So I'm going to be bringing a section to the pod called the politics section, and we're going to have a bit of fun discussing the biggest and best politics stories of the week.
I know exactly what you're going to talk about here.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Nicki Minaj.
I knew it.
Who is the absolute epitome of class, of course, and sophistication, has had a crack at Boris Johnson for not knowing who she is. Personally, I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I don't get upset with the very few people who don't know who I am. But
I reckon Boris did know who Nicki Minaj is.
I can't imagine that Boris.
Let's go to the beach, eat. Let's go get away.
I'm sure he's heard her songs. He doesn't know anything about her though. Anyway,
she's kind of Nicki Minaj is kind of. She's gone down in my estimations lately. I'm definitely a Cardi B fan over Nicki Minaj.
They're both. Well, listen, I'm not here to cast judgment. Wouldn't say I was a fan of either though. Anyway, so Nicki said that she didn't want to get vaccinated because it made her cousin experience testicular swelling. Maybe her cousin just had a large Johnson. Who knows? But she's blaming the vaccine. In Boris's briefing, he was asked about Nicki's comments, and he said, "I'm not as familiar with Nicki Minaj's work as I probably should be." Chris Whitty also got involved, saying that there's a number of myths flying around, some of which are clearly ridiculous and designed to scare. Nicki then started going off on Twitter, and she sent a 43-second voice note, putting on a British accent the entire time.
Please say you have that voice note.
Yeah. I've done all of this prep work. Okay,
Spenny, you didn't know that about Nicki Minaj.
Yes, I did.
You didn't.
I'm very much across political debate.
You didn't know that about Nicki Minaj. Peace again. Thank you for this political part of the pod.
I will not have this podcast credited to Pete.
Spenny, I will not have you lie. I won't have you lie to me.
I will not have it. She started saying how she's actually British and went to school with Margaret Thatcher. I mean, that is just bollocks, isn't it?
Well, obviously, Margaret Thatcher's dead. How could Nicki Minaj go to school with her?
How could Nicki Minaj go to school with Margaret Thatcher? What a load of crap. Anyway, here we go. Even if you're walking your dog, pay attention. Here's the clip.
Yes, hello, Prime Minister Boris. It's Nicki Minaj. I was just calling to tell you that I thought you were so amazing on the news this morning. And I'm actually British. I was born there. I went to university there. I went to Oxford. I went to school with Margaret Thatcher. And she told me so many nice things about you. I'd love to send you my portfolio of my work, since you don't know much about me. I'm a big star in the United States.
Jesus.
Very good.
That's a bit weird.
Yes, it sounds to me like Nicki Minaj could have been bored that day. I think we're hoping for our own voice note from Nicki. Here we go. Look, I don't have a clue who she is. Go on, Nicki. Have a stab at me on Twitter. I'd absolutely love it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm anywhere near famous enough for that to happen. But you never know. Maybe we'll get our own Nicki Minaj voice note by the end of the day. That would be fun, wouldn't it? The British public have spoken. Pete and I asked and did a survey with the British public to find out who they would be the most upset about were they to die. So,
You or me, like?
No, like in the world. So we've got the top 10 celebrities. So
The Queen.
In theory, were they to die, the British public would be absolutely gutted. So this is actually legitimately voted for by the British public, and you have to try and guess them.
Okay.
Okay.
The Queen. I'd be devastated if the Queen died. Is she there?
The Queen is there at number 7. Well done.
7?
Number 7, yeah, there's 6 celebrities. And actually, at number 6, you'll never guess, there's someone really random. So go on, have another stab.
Am I just going to have to randomly guess people? Or are you going to...
We're guessing the top 10 celebrities. Were I had thought...
worldwide celebs or just
worldwide
British?
Celebrities, yeah. So there's a list of 10 celebrities here who are alive, in fact. But
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he's in there. Tom Hanks is at number 4. Have you got the script open?
No, I'd literally, there you go. Look, I don't. Everyone would be sad if Tom Hanks died.
That is true. Tom Hanks is number 4 on our list
Number
of theoretical celebrity death that would gut the British public.
The Rock?
No, he's not there. All play along. Start shouting random celebrities' names in the park so that everyone thinks you're weird. Go on, keep
More
going.
celebrities. Okay.
10. You'll be amazed at who number 1 is.
Tina Turner?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I'd be sad if she died.
Yeah, okay.
What's your one's name? Mary Berry.
No, she's not there either.
What?
You're missing a really obvious one, to be honest.
Give me a hint.
The Galapagos Islands.
Oh, David Attenborough. Yeah.
He's number 2. He's number 2.
Yeah, fair enough. God.
Yeah, he's number 2.
He's pretty old now, too.
What about? We'll blow the bloody doors off.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, we saw him that night.
I know. And
he was very nice. Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, right.
What number is he?
He is number 3.
Yeah, I'd be pretty sad if he died too. Who's number 1?
Morgan Freeman.
He's the number 1 sad.
Morgan Freeman, followed by David Attenborough, followed by Michael Caine, followed by Tom Hanks. Now, this is where it gets a bit weird. 5, Rowan Atkinson.
Mr. Bean. Come on, Mr. Bean.
Yeah. I had a steak tartare the other night, and the only thing I could think about was him pushing it into a bird's handbag.
That was so funny.
Really funny.
Okay, more dead people.
Imagine going home from a restaurant and finding a steak tartare in your handbag. You'd be delighted, wouldn't you? I'd be delighted. I'd just eat it.
Like, imagine, that'd be so annoying. Do you remember being in school and your yogurt would burst in your bag and you'd be like, no!
Guess what? Guess who's above the Queen?
Who?
But below Rowan Atkinson.
Tell me, give me a guess.
He's a skateboarder.
Tony Hawk?
Tony Hawk.
What?
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
I forgot. Well, I'm Irish, so I don't understand you guys for the most part.
That is a bit weird. Number 8, Patrick Stewart.
Who's he?
He's an X-Men.
Oh, yeah. God, these people are on the way out. The British public are going to be
Number
very
9,
upset.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. And number 10, Paul McCartney. So there we go. I guess, it's not a bad list. It wouldn't be my list.
Defo wouldn't be my list.
Who's your favourite of all of them?
The Queen, I'd say.
Yeah, me too. The Queen surely has to be number 1.
Okay, what's next?
This is a fantastic game.
Okay, as is every other one you've done. Pete's done.
Stop taking away from me. Do you know what you were expecting? You were expecting me not to even make a call. And you were expecting this pod to be exactly the same as it normally is. And guess what? It's not. Okay?
It's not running very smoothly, is all I'm going to say.
What do you mean it's not running?
Well, I'm just saying
smoothly?
that there's nothing that I'd love to keep for our pod, to be honest.
Sad celeb deaths.
Well, there's not enough people that we care about dying.
What about Delish and my really hard questions for you and my really easy questions for myself?
Delish was all right, yeah. Delish was all right.
I thought it was quite
Politics thing was really shy.
Yeah, go ahead, just giggling away. Like, okay, fine. I'll tell you what.
Cackling away.
The baton's back to you. I couldn't care less. You can do it.
No, I want everyone's honest opinion, and if they would like me to, they'd like to keep it like this, we can look into it.
So this is a legitimate game, and we're actually going to adhere to it. It's called Wars of the Chores.
Okay.
And this will determine who does the chores in the house for the week. So we will play Wars of the Chores on the pod, and this is not rigged like the first one. This is legitimate. We will get general knowledge trivia questions. And if you get the question wrong, then you have to do the chore that it's attached to. And if you get it right, then the other person has to do the chore that it's attached to.
Okie doke. Okay.
Okay, so here we go. The chores are for this week. What chores do you have?
Watering the plants, polishing the silver, and reading T's bedtime stories for a week.
Okay, and I've got dishwasher emptying, dishwasher loading, and taking the bins out.
Okay.
Okay, right. Who's ready? Okay, so give me my first one, I suppose.
This is for watering the plants for a
watering
week.
the plants. Okay, so if I get it right, you have to do it. Yeah.
What colour is Pikachu?
Yellow.
You're right. Woohoo! I have to water the plants again for a week.
Again. Yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. So this is off to a good start. So you have to water the plants for a week. Okay, so dishwasher emptying. Name a year, any year, that Henry VIII reigned as king.
1772.
No, it wasn't. It was 1491 to 1547. So you'll be emptying the dishwasher for the week. Okay, go. What's the next one?
Polishing the silver.
Yeah.
Who
of which there's lots, by the way.
Would you know how to polish silver?
Absolutely. Well, it doesn't matter if I get the question right.
Who was Prime Minister before Boris Johnson? Oh, come on, you absolute pick.
Theresa May.
Yes.
There you go. Lovely. I just had to think about that for a quick second, which is absolutely alarming.
Go on, what's my next question?
She was pretty memorable, I have to say. When our children study politics, I imagine that they might skip that one. Anyway, dishwasher loading. So not only do you have to empty the dishwasher. So hang on. So are you watering the plants, emptying the dishwasher, and polishing the silver for a week? This is lovely. Okay,
It
dishwasher
just sounds like a regular week to me, though.
Perfect. Well, that's not true. I do the dishwasher sometimes. Okay, right. Dishwasher loading. Which body part contains valves, ventricles, and atriums?
Your heart.
Very good. Very good. So I'm loading the dishwasher. Pete. Right. Okay.
Would Pete think I wouldn't know that?
Pete thought you wouldn't know that, yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus. Left ventricle, right ventricle. Left atrium, right atrium. I know everything about a heart. I did biology.
Oh, so does every single person listening, by the way.
You dope.
And by the way, if you are listening, you didn't know that was a heart, shame on you. Right.
Okay, go on.
Next question for you.
Reading T's bedtime stories for a week.
Oh, lovely.
Which, I don't know if you'll get this.
I love doing that anyway.
Well, you might get it anyway. Which social media site's logo is a ghost?
Snapchat.
Oh my God. Well done.
I love the way you thought I wasn't going to get that.
Well, because I don't think you've had Snapchat.
I've never had Snapchat, but I am alive. So
okay, go on.
I do unfortunately have to see it. Taking the bins out. In square miles, which country is bigger? Latvia, Hungary, or Lithuania?
Lithuania, yeah.
Lithuania, yeah.
Lithuania.
No, like a lithium battery?
Latvia I know is very small. Hungary and Lithuania.
They're
Which
all
is the
very-
biggest? Lithuania.
The correct answer is Hungary, 35,919 square miles. In second place is Lithuania with 25,212 square miles. And Latvia is third with 24,938 square miles.
Do you know Latvia is a gorgeous country? They have this special cake, right? And if you go to Latvia, you have to have this cake. It is the most delicious cake. It's like their nation's cake. And it's so good. And there's a lake there called Lake Bled. And if you go in the summer, you can go whitewater rafting and stuff. It's actually a really cool country.
Well, Latvia,
yeah.
Why don't we go to Latvia on a date?
I've already been to Latvia on a different date.
That doesn't mean that we can't go back, does it? Oh, look, listen, it's a beautiful little French chiming bell of a cathedral.
Imo's typing. Lake Bled is Slovenia. Oh, yeah, okay. Scrap that. I'll go to Latvia.
Oh, my goodness. Hang on. So you haven't been to Latvia?
No, I've been to Slovenia.
Oh, dear.
Have I been to Latvia?
I doubt it, if you mistook it for Slovenia. Have you ever considered that Hollywood is obviously full of weirdos, right? But have you noticed that some like famous Hollywood film titles would make really good porn film titles?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
To me, it's obvious. It's the first thing on my mind. I can't say I watch an awful lot of porn films.
No, but I mean, you don't
wanky pants.
You don't need to watch loads of porn films like Toy Story, Home Alone, Fast and Furious, Fantastic Four.
Fast and Furious would be a good
13
porno.
going on 30. Big. You know, they would all be good names for porn films. Snatch.
13 going on 30. Bit creepy.
40-Year-Old Virgin.
That's okay.
Deep Impact.
Yeah, Deep
Scream.
Impact.
Free Willy.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
Well, I'm just seeing if you can come up with any.
Oh, Alive.
Alive.
The people under the stairs.
Is that a porn film?
No, The People Under the Stairs is a movie that could sound like a porn film. The People Under the Stairs.
Very nice. Any others?
Um,
It is a bit odd when you
It.
look at it through my lens.
Candyman.
Candyman. Candy Pants.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. There you go.
I guess they could all be porn films, really.
Super Size Me.
Super Size Me, yeah.
White Chicks.
Yeah.
They're all porn films. Like, literally. Anyway, that was just an observation that I had.
I would really like to know what people think of this pod, because I'd love to know if there's anything you think that we should keep for the pod going forward. And I feel sorry forever.
What? You feel sorry for people having to listen? Okay, why don't we throw peak and piss of the week back in?
No, it's your
what
pod.
was your peak of the week?
It's your
Yeah,
pod.
we went to France and it was lovely.
Watched Schumacher last night, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I cried. I've never cried.
He didn't cry at the birth of our children, but he cried at the Schumacher documentary, so that's nice.
Well, I just, it got me. It got me. This one survived the cull because I believe I introduced it to our regular pod. What have you been watching that you love?
What have I been watching that I love? Oh, God. I have a secret to tell you.
You cheated on me.
I cheated on
Oh
you.
my God. Like, with what?
9 Perfect Strangers. I figured out my Amazon password. It's really good.
I don't really care.
It's really good.
Okay, well, maybe I'll watch
Nicole
it without you.
Kidman.
And next time you tell me not to watch something because you're keen to watch it with me, I'll just watch it anyway.
So you just keep doing what you're doing. Nicole Kidman's amazing, and I love 9 Perfect Strangers.
She's like the ayahuasca queen, yeah?
Yeah, I'm only on like...
Is it ayahuasca, by the way?
No, it's actually turns out to... I don't want to give too much of a spoiler. Spoiler. So I'm really
Hang on.
enjoying that.
Why don't you give everyone a spiller?
He is spiller. No, so I'm really enjoying that. What else was I watching that I was trying to finish before any? I started watching Sex Education that I started looking at, and it's actually very funny because loads of people tell me to watch that on Netflix. So that and 9 Perfect Strangers. So I've got a few on the go. I've been watching a lot of TV lately because I've been getting a lot of flights on my own. So it's really nice to just lie there.
Noticed.
And also, by the way, because flights aren't so full at the moment, I'm always finding myself at 3 seats, like a full row, and I just lie across the row. I just lie there on my bag and watch TV. It's great.
It does sound nice, to be fair.
It's really nice.
How good is traveling without the kids?
Oh, Jesus.
It's like an absolute.
It's the only way to travel.
It's honestly, traveling with the kids and traveling without the kids are like two different sports. It's like I can travel with like a little backpack with like my laptop and like 2 shirts and a pair of jeans and the same shoes and blah blah blah, and go away for like a couple of days without the kid. I can get through an airport in like 40 minutes, like from and not checking any bags. And not
we have a buggy, we have a portable high chair, we've got a cot. Oh my God. One thing, right? This is for parents need to know this shit. We got, now it's the weirdest looking thing. It's called the snooze shade. Like you get
Oh my
this
God,
thing.
it's the most fantastic thing in the world.
We bought this thing for over the buggy when T was born because it blocks out all the light.
It's wonderful.
They've just come out with this. I actually have to post about that. They've just come out with this thing. Well, I don't know if they've just come out with it. We've just found it. And it goes over the travel cot. Gigi. It's like they're in pitch black. Gigi sleeps from 7 to 7.
It's a black semi like oxygen permeable invisibility
I
cloak.
wish I invented it.
It's a quilt basically that you can breathe through that blocks out all light, and like literally you could shove Gigi's cot like outside, like in the street, and she'd sleep. It doesn't matter. It's like noise cancelling. I watched a film last night on full volume, like a few meters away from her.
Do you know
we slept through it?
Do you know we could have had that in Spain, and our holiday would have been a different holiday?
Absolutely.
I'm
And also, but
absolutely
I'm going to
raging.
use it when we get home. I'm going to pull it over her cot when we get home because it just puts her into this like deep, delicious
That
sleep.
is a nice tip for parents. Get your hands on that yolk. I wonder if they do one for a cot because her cot's quite big.
Yeah, no, we'll just need to make a big one.
Oh my God, it's the most incredible invention. I wish it's one of those things that I wish I'd invented, but I don't know how many people know about it because we've only just found out about it. We never even had it for tea.
Yeah, no, it's very, very good. Absolutely go out and get one. My picks of the week, Mystic River oldie bit of goodie. Sean Penn,
Very good. Sean Penn's amazing.
pretty epic. I love Sean Penn and The White Lotus. If you haven't watched it, definitely
You've already
watch
said
it.
The White Lotus.
Yeah, well, it's back in. A spenny for your thoughts. Just to give you some airtime on this pod, a spenny for your thoughts has become a vogie for your thoughts.
Oh, fab. Okay.
Yeah, and we are going to ask you, there's 3 scenarios here and we want your thoughts and we can discuss them. It's pretty similar to Spenny for your thoughts, but we want to know what you think about it. A man is considering dumping his wife because she's traumatizing the kids with TikTok pranks.
Nah.
His wife regularly makes TikTok and Instagram videos centered around cleaning, organizing, and sorting, but she's recently ventured into pranking their children who are aged 6 and 1 in the name of content. He said, "There was one time I heard my 6-year-old screaming and crying because my wife scared her. This has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and I told her many times to tone it down. Our 6-year-old daughter doesn't want to sleep in her room anymore because she's scared of monsters and ghosts. My wife downplayed it, saying she'll get over it in time."
Oh, that doesn't sound like a very nice mom.
No, she sounds like she's a bit traumatic, actually.
I wouldn't like to live with somebody like that. I have a real thing about people giving me frights. I can't bear it. It hurts my body so much that it goes into my feet and my hands, and I'm like, so no, I wouldn't do that
I
to a
used to
child.
scare you all the time, and now you've become kind of impermeable to it.
I literally just see him because you haven't really upped your game. You've kind of kept it the same.
Babe, it used to be the case that like you would lean over the sink brushing your teeth, and when you would lean up, I would be there behind you.
Yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah, I'd be like an inch away.
So I think about that I don't think he should dump her, but I think he should have a frank conversation with her, Spenny.
I think he just needs to say, "Listen, love, you've got kids. Stop playing with TikTok." Right.
Stop it, babe.
Yeah. LG. Do you know what LG stands for?
The TV people.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Life's good.
Life's good. That fridge we have, life is good with that fridge.
Lovely.
And we have this massive LG TV.
LG, well, it's not as massive as this. LG has released a 325-inch,
What?
£1.2 million TV.
I was going to say, I really want that.
Yeah. Well,
325 inch. How
Right,
big is that now?
LG has launched this enormous extreme home cinema TV this week. The TV is available in various sizes with an 8K option, measuring 325 inches wide. Users can also opt for different configurations based on the space of their home, but it's not cheap, with prices ranging from 50 grand to 1.2 million pounds.
Jeez.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I wouldn't even spend 50 grand on a TV.
Well, yes.
1.2 million on a TV. That's for people like, I don't know, the Saudis and stuff who have so much money that they just burn it for fuel sometimes. I don't think it's for normal people.
Burn it for fuel?
I'd say they have so much money.
Buy fuel with it?
No, I'd say they literally put it in the fire and burn it because they're like, what are we going to do with it? Let's just burn it.
Well, it's a bit cold today. Yeah, let's just whack another mill on the fire.
Yeah, chuck a mill on that. That's how much money they have. So I'd say they'd have a few of those TVs.
Okie dokie.
I don't think it's for Joe Soap, but I do like an LG TV. So if you have a spare 1.2 million kicking around, I'd suggest you spend it on a TV.
I'll tell you what, if your rate of sale, LG, is a little low on those large TVs, we'll happily give one a go. Send it over and we'll let you know if it's any good.
We'll test it out.
We'll test it out. So feel free to use us as the guinea pigs for this particular project. Right. A pigeon-mad lady spends £4,000 a year on her designer rescue pigeons. Animal lover Meggie Johnson shells out big cash on her adorable little rescue pigeons, Sky and Moose, regularly buying them personalized outfits and strollers. The pigeons, along with 2 other rescue birds who live in her pet supply store, are now live with the luxury of life, with birthday presents and a collection of soft toys, and even walks outside the home in a special stroller that allows each bird to enjoy their surroundings from the safety of their own netted compartment. They have their own little converted bedroom, which is their space, and they have their little perches, toys, and wardrobe. They live the life of luxury. What do you think about that?
I think if that's what makes her happy, that's what makes her happy. And she can spend her money on those pigeons if she wants. But I have to be honest, I'd say the pigeons would probably be rather flying around railway stations because that's what they like to do. They like to hang out of railway stations and just terrorize people. That's what they prefer to do. But if she wants to pet them and walk them. I saw 2 people walking 2 cats in Battersea Park the other day, and I couldn't help but make a weird face. Like, as I ran by them, I made a weird face, and they saw me doing it, but it's what happened to my face when I saw them. No, it's just like as in, what am I seeing two cats on leads? So they had their cats on leads.
I don't like that.
No, a bit weird. I don't think the cats liked it very much either.
But just let them roam. Just release them.
Yeah, some are indoor cats, I guess. What's next, Ben?
We have an email from a listener.
Okie dokie.
Mama, do you like the games?
And
And you've got yourself a week of chores.
another week of chores. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do. That's great. Yeah, I've had a nice time.
I thought so. As a guest instead of a presenter. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, listener email. It's at the end of Imo's email.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, you donkey.
You
donkey.
Yeah, you donkey.
Ah, my girls!
You donkey. Yeah, you donkey.
Listener email from Joe. Hey, Spencer and Vogel, love the podcast. My sister got me into it on a long drive to a wedding, and now we both use all your Shane. Come here to me. Am I right, girls? And delish. It drives our parents mad. I've got an agony uncle for you both. I lied about my age and my dating profile. Not sure why I did. I guess I quite like older women and thought they wouldn't want me at my age, so told a small fib. This usually wouldn't be an issue, but I went on a first date last week with this girl and we hit it off. I ended up back at hers and having been messaging nonstop ever since. I really like her. We're planning to see each other again this weekend. But when do I tell her I'm not 31, I'm 28? Listen, Joe, I don't think that's a big difference in age, to be honest. It's not like you're saying you're 22. That would be an issue. But if you're saying you're 30, you're 28, grand. She won't mind. You're still at the level that like you could settle down and have kids, so she won't worry about it.
Yeah, you'll be fine. What's his name? Joe.
Joe.
You'll be fine, Joe, mate. Yeah. I mean, you're a fully fledged adult at that age, so you should be all right.
So don't worry about it. And that's it.
That's it. Listen, I hope you enjoyed the pod. Don't all email at once saying how much you loved it and how much you'd like me to do it every week, because as I said, this is a one-off. So, from here in La Colle-sur-Loue in France, we wish you a fabulous week and an even better life.
Love you.